Hello and welcome to D&D Night on DDOstream. Uh, Sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, the most supported virtual tabletop with more official licenses than any other virtual tabletop. This is what happens when you're so used to saying everything and you have a script and then you forget to go to the script and then try to do it from memory and then try to read it and catch up while you're talking. It fails. That's yeah. Uh, you can visit fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter to learn more. This is Oracle of War, and I'm Patrick, your dungeon master and host this evening. We started this new group last month, and we'll be continuing it for a little while. We'll see how far we get. Hopefully, at this point, I'm guessing we'll get the next module because we only have the first 4 modules for Oracle of War. This is the D&D Adventures League. I believe it's the current series still going, although I think they're up to like 12 or 13 modules. And we've got 4 to play, so hopefully they'll come out with the next ones in Fantasy Grounds before we run out of content. Let's meet some players, and we'll go down the list here. So just say hi, introduce yourself, and remind us who your character is, and we'll start with Gralak.
Hi, I'm Gralak, and I'm a half-elf monk. Greetings.
And Ista.
Hey, this is Lynn. I'm playing Ista, who is a half-elf psionic sorcerer.
And we should note that you are utilizing some of the new content from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, right? That's the name of the book?
Correct. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything has some really cool stuff in it. You should check it out.
Yeah, and it's new. It hadn't even come out yet when we did this, the first episode a month ago. So, brand new stuff.
Yeah, so I'll have some cool new stuff this time.
We also have Kaela.
Hi everyone, this is Kaela Brightleaf. I'm a high elf rogue.
And Lorlevant.
Hello, I'm Lorlevant. I'm an ASMR warlock. Celestial Pact.
And Miri.
Hey, I am Miri. I am a half-elf bard.
And Wallop.
Hi everybody, this is Alex. I'm playing Wallop, the warforged fighter, who is used to the area somewhat. Just, before it was wrecked.
We should probably make a distinction between Cyre and the Mournland.
Yeah.
Because we established Wallop's backstory as having survived the day of mourning, but getting, I think, buried underground for several years. So, culture shock.
Yeah. For instance, he's a free autonomous being now.
Yeah, that's that's new. That's a thing that happened many years after. Right, so we should get Fraktah with us in the not too distant future, hopefully. We'll just kind of give a quick recap. This group of adventurers has come to the outpost of Salvation, which is on the border of what's now known as the Mournland. This is there was a big long war for about 100 years, and then one day this thing happened. It caused unknown. The only thing that's really known is the nation of Cyre was literally wiped off the map. It is now the Mournland, surrounded by this gray mist of humanoid screaming faces. I should share this with the players so they can look at it with us. And Salvation kind of cropped up as this place in Breland, which is on the border, and people go use Salvation as a base of operations to go into the Mournland and find cool stuff that they can sell. Very dangerous work, potentially lucrative work, and all of that fun stuff. Last time, the party went into the Mournland and rescued a goblin whose name I was looking at recently and now don't remember. what was her name? Garundala. And you were successful in that mission. Well done. Saved the goblin. Now, you are back in the gray. What's the name of the place? I did a whole bunch of. I actually did my homework to the Gray Beyond. There we go. Did some homework to prep, and the one part I didn't prep was the very first part that we already did. Right. So you're in the Gray Beyond, and there is still 2 notices on the message board that you saw before. No one has yet taken them. And so we'll share those out. So one of them was to help the Chapel of the Silver Flame, the local chapel. And there's another one to go to the scrapyard and ring a bell just after sunup.
I vote for scrapyard.
You just
We
like the
didn't do-
expect danger part on it, don't you?
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, we didn't do the scrapyard last time, so let's go ahead and try it.
Okay, so you're going to take the scrapyard.
Sure, sounds fine.
Can you reshare any maps that we have? Because I don't have any.
Oh,
Okay.
there is one, but you shouldn't need it this time
Okay.
around. Okay, so the instructions are to ring the scrapyard bell at daybreak. So you will, I assume, wait until in daybreak and go and do that. Before you do that, if there's anything that people want to buy that's standard adventuring gear, you can do that now. And of course, remember that we are keeping track of rations when you're not in town, as it were. Should come up with a way to maybe have you guys buy a shack or something, charge you rent or something, but we'll just kind of gloss over that part of the adventure. Because really, we're not here to do taxes and bookkeeping and payroll or anything like that. We're here to play D&D and kill things, right? All right. So does anyone want to buy? Anyone have anything they want to buy or take care of before daybreak?
Looking at my rations, how many I've got? Yes. I think I've got as many as I can carry.
A little quiet there, Tosh.
Oh, sorry. Is that any better?
Yeah.
That is better.
Okay, good. Sorry about that. I was trying to read the screen, which is hard for me. Yeah, it looks like I have about as much in the way of rations as I can reasonably carry.
Is this scrapyard in town?
It is just outside of Salvation, but it is not in the Mournland.
Like a reasonable place where one would put a scrapyard. So not right next to the inn.
No. It's definitely outside of the actual outpost proper. A comfortable walk away, shall we say. It's not, you don't have to get up super early to get there or anything like that. It's not, you don't have
Looks
to.
like it's not too far from the sheriff.
Oh, is it on the
Yeah, it's 16 on the map, and the sheriff is 4, which is pretty close.
Oh, that's a little closer than I thought it was going to be. For reasons that will become apparent in a year or so when we get that far. Spoilers. Or teases? Yeah, we'll teases. So there's a scrapyard. It's outside of the outpost. Oh, I'm gonna use my DM powers and push it a little farther away from town, but it's not far. Maybe like a 5-10 minute walk.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, as opposed to next to a bunch of residences.
Right.
Sure.
So, outside of Salvation, a scrap heap fills the swampy remains of an abandoned factory yard. A warforged colossus slumps at its rear, half buried by junk and sitting on its backside. The falling behemoth is easily 100 feet tall. An iron bell hangs from a post at the scrapyard entrance.
Ring the bell.
So you ring the bell, and an aged commoner comes out of a little shack and starts walking towards you. He introduces himself as Ebenezer, the personal assistant of the salvage broker Aurelian Karnak. He says, you are here about the posting.
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Let's see. I am looking for people to investigate a tunnel under that big behemoth over there.
Well, that seems perfectly fine.
Has anything come out of the tunnel?
No. My boss, Aurelian, she owns the salvage rights to Big Mo, as we call it. So far, we have decided to leave it intact. Recently, we found a tunnel that's been covertly excavated beneath the creature. She suspects that someone is stripping it for parts.
So you want to see where it leads to.
Not so much leads to, but wants to make sure that no one's taking our property. And I want...
The note said expects danger. What would make you think there's danger if all we have is a tunnel?
When they think that people are pulling parts out for it, so...
And desperate people are dangerous.
Exactly. I need to find a better place for that combat tracker. All right, let's see what we got here. So, Ista and Wallop. You think he doesn't appear to be telling the whole truth here.
Are there other details that we need to know?
Yes, we really need to know all the details in order to do this properly. I'm going to use some persuasion. So it would be very helpful to us if you would share everything that you know.
Nice,
No judgments.
Nice one on your persuasion check there.
So I scream it at him in German.
German, huh? That's a strange choice.
Well, everything sounds so much more pleasant in German.
Let's see. I was trying to think of something clever to say in German, but my high school level German is faded a little bit too much.
Ich liebe dich.
Let's see. No. Just be careful. We're not not sure what's going on there. Boss would like to know what's going on. If you could investigate on her behalf. If you do this, we'll pay you each 10 gold.
So, just out of curiosity, why would you think there would be danger in this tunnel?
Well, have you looked around at some of these people in town? Not everyone here is trying to earn an honest living. Look at yourselves. You're armed to the teeth.
I don't have any mandible attachments, but
Yet.
I am in fact carrying a fair amount of arsenal with myself. So she has rights to the colossus. Is it what do we know do you know when the colossus was last active?
It was part of the last war. I believe, if my lore history is correct, warforged colossuses were just becoming a thing at the end of the war.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get it here? It must be pretty heavy.
Oh, that's where it fell. Ain't nobody moved that thing in years.
Yeah, if it moves, it'll probably move itself first.
So, how do you know parts are missing? What it specifically is missing?
So perceptive, this bunch. Kaela especially, but to a lesser extent, Lorlevant and Ista are able. Like, you can see over the colossus looks. I mean, you probably haven't actually ever seen one of these monstrosity beasts or anything like that, but you're able to see that it, as far as you can tell, it looks intact. Like, it doesn't look like it's been taken apart and then put here. It looks like it stopped working. That's where it fell, and a scrap heap started around it. Some of the stuff that's kind of burying it, you kind of imagine, is probably a result of the Day of Mourning and that magical event. And as you kind of pointed out, Wallop kind of looks like, oh yeah, having lived through that event, that seems pretty consistent with what you would expect to have happened if the behemoth, if this colossus, would have just fallen here.
Yeah, if it took it in the face, so to speak.
Yeah.
What exactly would you expect from us for this 10 gold each?
We'll go investigate the tunnel. Make sure.
And bring back a report of what we find?
Yeah, if there's something nefarious happening down there, put a stop to it. Protect our investment.
What if we don't find any problems down there?
We'll still pay you.
Okay, well
As long as you bring evidence that nothing's happening.
that might be extra difficult. How would we provide evidence of something that isn't happening?
He takes his cane and pokes you. You look like a smart young lad. You'll figure it out.
All right, let's go.
You wanted to do this.
Enough role playing. Let's move on.
Right?
I suggest when we come back, we seek out his boss before we seek him out. if we're given the opportunity.
Yeah. Do you want to ask him about his boss?
I would
Sure.
like to ask you about the boss.
Sorry, could you repeat the name of your boss again?
It's Aurelian Karnak. She. Let me look up the. there is.
Sorry, I knew that was supposed to have happened a long time ago. I just saw it. Something was covering it up.
Aurelian is one of Salvation's most powerful brokers. She is most commonly at her hotel. She has some means. She hardly ever goes anywhere without. Let's see. She hardly goes anywhere without a number of bodyguards, and they're not just bodyguards, right? Like they're kind of fixers. What we would kind of think of as fixer types. Although some of them are certainly more of the bodyguard variety. It's the Hounds is their name. It's a loosely a quote scavenging crew. Although I don't think anyone's ever actually seen them do like actual scavenging work since they've been hired here. She is usually at. She spends most of her time in her room at the Salvation Hotel, except when she visits her desk at the Salvation Market. So, not hard to find. Maybe not the easiest person to gain access to, given that she has a crew of people assisting her and in her employ.
Okay. But she'd probably appreciate knowing about what happens here. Outside of from this guy.
Let's see, and then did you get that asks for a roll, Wallop? No,
Yeah,
never mind.
I submitted it to you.
Sorry, yeah, I got that. So everyone should have a roll there. No, I gave everyone else a separate roll. So as Wallop kind of asks the question of related specifically to his employer wanting to know that this is all taken care of, Gralak and Ista, you key in on so Ebenezer says, yeah, exactly right. Ista and Gralak, you are able to recognize that he is not being truthful about something related to his employer knowing about what's going on here.
Aurelian really knows about this arrangement you're making with us, right?
He kind of looks at you and well, no. I'm afraid my boss might be mixed up in something nefarious. So, really hoping you could investigate this without her knowledge.
What makes you think she's involved?
You know, things you pick up on, and she knows about the tunnel and has for a while.
Even though she doesn't come out away from the Salvation Hotel and the market area, she knows about the tunnel already.
She comes out here occasionally to, she's been out here to look at Mo. She did purchase the scavenging rights for it, after all. Don't take the what I said about earlier. Like she doesn't go other places, but that's like 95% of the time that's where you're gonna find her, kind of a thing.
As far as everyone else is concerned, that's how it is.
Yeah. Like right now in the pandemic, I spend all of my time at home. I mean, I still go to the grocery store and go out and get to restaurants to get food, but that kind of a.
Right. Okay.
So,
what do I-
how well disguised is this tunnel?
Sorry?
How well disguised is the tunnel that we're going to go find?
Oh, well, I'll come over and show it to you.
I follow him.
And I'll follow along as well.
Yep, me too.
He points at he takes you over to Big Mo, kind of points at one of the metal armor plates. It's under that. He takes his cane and he pokes Wallop, and you look like a strapping young lad. Move that for us, would you?
All right. Clank, clank.
The tunnel is
move it.
hidden behind one of Big Mo's fallen metal armor plates. Lugging it aside, you reveal a slanted tunnel plunging down into the dark. It's clearly been excavated recently, perhaps by a machine, and is expertly stabilized with wooden support beams.
How
So,
difficult was it
on
to
this
see
re-
before it was pointed out?
I mean, there was a thing over it, like the big metal plate, so you couldn't see it over that. But other than that, it's not like the metal plate was really hiding or anything. That makes sense.
I misread it as Big Mo's armpits. So did it look like it was attempting to disguise the entrance of the tunnel?
Yes.
Okay.
But you don't think it would have been difficult to find if you knew you were looking for it, or it's not like it was hiding well or expertly or anything like that.
I have found something I needed to get. I'm surprised I left town at all without it last time.
What's that?
A lamp and oil instead of torches.
Any tracks on the ground that we can see?
Give me a survival check. You can look around. It's pretty muddy here, so you can tell there are tracks around this, and you can even see some places where people were lifting from, like not just Wallop's indentation, but other indentations of people kind of lifting and moving the metal armor plate around. So there's been a large amount of activity here, but you can't really identify numbers or anything, and even your footprints, your group's footprints, are not easy to decipher from the other footprints and stuff.
What about inside the tunnel and the part we can see? Any tracks in there?
Yes, there are similar. You can see mud tracked in, kind of stuff. It's this, and where you are on the map is not like the full length of the tunnel. It came down a little bit before this. But again, it's so good at letting the mud track all of the activity from the last 5 years, as far as you could tell, could be here. It's indecipherable.
I was kind of looking to see if there were any deeper tracks where somebody might have braced themselves to lift the plate. It would seem like there might be a bigger track if somebody was inside pushing
upstairs,
out.
yeah. Oh, and same thing. It's, yes, you can identify that, yes, people have lifted the heavy plate, and you can see the indentation. 20 or 30 of them, right? Like, it's just so much
Constant.
activity. It's hard to decipher. Are you looking at 5 people lifting it, or are you looking at one person who's lifted it over the last 5 days? You have no idea.
Right, but they were underneath lifting the plate up. That's what I'm making sure of.
Yes. The plate has been lifted and moved. You saw evidence that it's more like it's been dragged. Like Wallop came over, like lifted the thing up and like practically frisbeed it 20 feet away. Not really, but it was very easy for Wallop. What you're looking at indicates that this is a heavy piece of metal that
Takes people to put their shoulder into.
yeah, and they're not lifting it generally. It's clearly being dragged around.
Before we continue, can we get a long rest to restore, say,
No.
a hit die that was used last time?
Yes, you've definitely had a rest.
Excellent. All right. Well, I guess we should start. Unless someone has a light cantrip or some other form of illumination, I guess I'll light my lamp.
I believe I do. It's a little bit hard for me to check right now, though.
Yeah, technical difficulties, and then I will double check. You do have the light cantrip, yes. I believe Miri does as well. Or she
I
did.
do now. I did have, but I don't have it now.
You spent your inspiration on that to change your cantrip?
Is that how I do? I don't know what I did. I just made it so.
Yeah. I was gonna let you change your cantrip for your inspiration.
I don't know how to do that. I
I-
did change
I
it, but
just
I
did
don't know
it.
how to make that. Okay, thank you.
Your inspiration is listed at the top next to your name. There's, at least for me, there's 3 circles with checks. I don't know if it actually shows that for you or how it shows it for
I
you.
do
but
see 3. I do see 3 circles. Do I check one?
I unchecked it already.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay.
So when you have
Thank you.
inspiration, it gets checked there, and when you don't, you uncheck it.
Yes, sir.
Ebenezer, do you have any idea how often these people have been coming?
No. Frequently. And with that, he saunters off back towards the shack.
Well, we could actually just camp out here and see what happens rather than go down this tunnel, if ever. But I don't know if that's a better plan or not.
He did. I mean, he asked you to investigate the tunnel.
Mhm. And there could be an exit tunnel as well. There could be more than one, for that matter. So this tunnel leads from within the scrapyard to Big Mo, who's probably on the edge.
No, it's under. The tunnel starts at Big Mo.
Okay, I meant, where is Big Mo in relation to the scrapyard as a whole?
In the back.
Okay, so he's probably like where the scrapyard ends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was
It's
thinking.
the colossus is as far away from the outpost as anything in the junkyard.
Right. Okay. If you could cast light on my glaive, I would appreciate it. It'll save on materials.
I cast it on his glaive.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, that is on my back, so I will. So light will emit from it, and I will draw my maul, and we can proceed.
Okay, so the glaive is what's lit, but it's on your back,
Correct.
and you're holding them all. Okay.
So, there's light coming from behind my head,
Mhm.
and
So the tunnel
It's
goes down 50
that's
feet
great for the body.
before it levels out and turns east. Let's see. Let's have. I'll give you a roll for it. We'll have everyone make a survival check. Let's see. Anyone who got a 15 or better, you're able to tell that you are now traveling beneath the Mournland.
Me and Gralak really survived. Oh no, it was just me. No, Yes. Yeah, me and Gralak.
20, better than 20. Those of you that got it,
It's
well, let's do this. If you got a 15 or better, you're the people who know that you're going east. The 20s, 20 pluses. That's who like. Oh, now you recognize you've traveled far enough to be. You're now actually underneath the Mournland. Remains to be seen if that's a good thing, but you are above the below the Mournland now.
Hey, we're below the Mournland.
A heavy wooden door seals the end of the tunnel here.
well,
Yeah, I'll take a look at it, see if it's trapped.
excellent. I was going to ask if anyone was good with mechanisms.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check in the tower, please. You look at the door and you're pretty confident it's trap free.
That looks good to me. I'll move back.
The confidence.
You go first.
I'll open the door.
It's locked. I'm not sure how much you want to
Ew.
quote open the door, but I will
Well-
interpret what you're saying as like you turn the handle and it's locked.
It does appear to be locked. Do you all wish me to force this door?
Perhaps we should ask Ebenezer if there's a key.
He's not with you.
Understood.
You
Well,
could,
you have
but
someone who can deal with locks, probably.
you could ask him, but based on your conversation, you would consider it fairly unlikely since he doesn't know what's down here.
Okay.
This is probably an illicit door.
Illicit. Yeah, I guess break it unless anybody's got a better idea. Can anybody pick locks?
Nope.
Is picking lock a thing in this edition?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll try that.
It's like anyone in 5th edition can attempt to do things like we normally think of as roguey skills. Like anyone can try to open a lock or and such things. So
Okay, well, I actually have
But those
thieves
with thief
tools, so
tools.
yeah,
that might help.
thieves tools means
And
you
you'll
get to
have-
add your proficiency bonus to it.
I am finally in.
Yay! Welcome.
Hooray.
Oh,
Excellent.
congratulations.
Hey, we've made it to a door.
Yeah,
Very exciting door.
I can't see my character,
That's okay.
but I'm in.
Look again. Look through the owner. So what I need.
Basically, what you missed was we have gone to the junkyard.
Well, he was
and
here
there's a
in the
tunnel.
chat.
Huh?
He was in the chat.
Oh,
He just
okay.
wasn't in the game. So Kaela, if you could give me a thieves tools check, please.
Okay. In the tower or just normal?
You can put it in the chat. Ooh,
Nice.
22. So here's the good news. You get down there and just like clink it, and it pops open really easy. The bad news is you missed the trap.
Of course.
Getting feedback from somebody. Gralak, Wallop, and Kaela will need to give me saving throws, and I will send those to you momentarily. And Gralak.
I'm hoping for poison.
Hoping for poison?
So let's see. Kaela and Gralak failed their saves. However, Wallop does succeed. It is poison. Which I think you're just immune to, right?
Let's see. I get advantage against poison, and I have resistance to poisonous damage.
Okay. So it's 7 poison damage for a failed save.
Ouch.
So which means Kaela and Gralak each take 7 damage. So Wallop is resistant to poison damage, and you succeeded. You can roll it again if you want, since you have advantage, but you already succeeded, so...
So no point in that, yeah.
So you take 1 point of damage after everything is said and done.
Ew, stinky.
I seem to be unlucky tonight.
Get back, poison. Too late for 2 of you.
Now that you see the trap, Kaela, you are very confident that it is a one-time shot.
Okay, I'll let everybody know.
It most certainly was an illicit door.
Oh, hey, you can open the doors too. That's interesting. Cool. I didn't know the players could do that.
That's
What
the
do
way
we
we can
see?
get ourselves in trouble.
Right? Let me double check something really quick. Okay. So this circular chamber is lit by torches. There are roughly 30 humanoid corpses neatly stacked into 3 piles amid the room. The bodies are naked and covered in some sort of embalming fluid. There's no obvious sign of what killed them.
Well, I
This
mean,
does not look like
at least
warforged
one
art.
of them has probably got poisoned.
That's the information I was looking for. By the way, you don't necessarily need to cast light on your glaive if you want to. Well, I guess it's just saying the rooms. It's brightly lit by torches. The area also reeks of embalming fluid. And before everyone gets too fun and happy, let's see. Nope, ignore that. That wasn't what I wanted to push.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to push. Okay, Wallop moves into the room.
Do we see anything alive? Or more importantly, do we think anything alive has seen us?
I'm
No.
gonna hold up my hand for a second, turn around, and be like, "There are voices ahead."
All of the bodies that you can see are clearly dead. Many of them gruesomely so.
Like, crouch down a little bit, grab my maul in both hands.
You gonna engage sneaking protocol or stealth protocol or something?
Nope, just combat. It's a thing. You'll end up lowering your center of mass.
Well, I think we ought to back out of here and heal up and maybe wait and see if anything comes out after us.
Good idea.
Definitely feel like Gralak and Kaela should probably get some healing.
Yeah, if we're gonna back up, try to have a short rest, and I can help heal up.
I'm gonna do, if I can figure out how to do it. Where's my? Come on.
So where are you gonna go? if you're gonna go try and take a short rest, where are you gonna do it?
How badly hurt are you?
I guess we can just close this door back up and Wallop can lean against it.
Which way did the door open?
In.
How badly did they get hurt?
Fairly badly.
They each took 7 points of damage, and they have 9 and 10 points of health.
I have a couple of potions of healing if anyone needs one.
I just did a heal on Kaela,
Yep, thank you.
your wounds.
Uh,
And let's
moment.
see
Don't
here.
let me get the other
Okay.
one.
Make sure
I was
you
trying to get it.
make sure you check your spell off.
I'm trying to find where I do that.
On your character sheet in the actions tab, there's a spell slots line.
It's at the top.
It's at the top. Okay.
Yeah, under actions.
Ammo. Spell slots. There we go. 1. Okay. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, there's a new feature in Fantasy Grounds that has number of hands. If you look at the weapons, there's a hand with a number, and you can 0 is your offhand. And then someone's getting feedback. I think it's Flame.
Which is
Me
pretty
again.
neat.
But yeah, so you can, if you're using a weapon offhand, you can change it to 0, and in theory, it changes the damage to the correct number. I believe a few weapons are bugged and are not doing that properly. Notably, daggers. Probably one of the most prevalent offhand weapons people have right now.
Yikes.
I mean,
figure.
of course.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done a little bit of healing, and what you doing now?
Are we
See
ready to
anything in
proceed?
there?
You're a little quiet again, Tosh.
Okay. Do we see or hear anything coming out of the room or in the room?
From inside the room, no.
Wallop said he heard some voices.
Yeah, they're ahead. I think there's the room continues on past the bodies. It probably came from that way.
How many voices could you make out?
A couple.
So 2.
More than 2.
Okay, a few.
Yeah.
Do we see any light source from up ahead?
The room is well lit with torches placed around the perimeter.
Honestly, it looks like a Karnathi soldiery depot.
Ooh, pulling out the lore.
Are these bodies, do they look to be just randomly piled or do they look to be like sacrificially piled? If
Or
that makes
sorted.
sense.
Ooh.
Or sorted or
Give me a religion check.
okay. Let's see. In the tower?
No. You don't think so. They don't appear to be piled in any sacrificially kind of like they just look like piles of bodies.
Yeah, it doesn't look sacrificial to me, just weird.
You do, however, recognize the smell and look of embalming fluid as being something that would be used in embalming, like standard embalming practices. You also recognize it as being flammable.
Okay, so they're embalmed. Do they look like they've
They're
been
not embalmed. They're covered in embalming fluid.
okay? That makes a difference.
Do we have any idea how flammable?
Don't stick your torch in it.
What's above them
Oh,
on the
Ceiling.
ceiling?
Just dirt. It's a dirt ceiling with you've seen like war movies with like the tunnels, like wooden beams kind of things. It's like
Right.
that.
So somebody's making people bombs.
Well, they're very bad at embalming.
Is this like a pyre kind of
No.
amount of bowling fluid?
So by basically it looks like somebody piled bodies here, and then doused them with embalming fluid as a means of preserving them. A crude means of preserving them.
Now, who are the people? Is it like looks like villagers, or does it look like soldiers? Like, is it all men? Is it all children? Is it all women? Is it a mixture?
There are no children. Well, there might be some children. So it's people that were killed in the morning. Wallop would recognize some soldier uniforms from both sides, or from all sides, because there's probably more than two. I think we can safely say there's more than two sides. There's a bunch of kind of uniforms. There's some clothing that those who are familiar and have been to Cyre would recognize as being people who live there generally. Not that there's necessarily a huge distinction from other regions. There are some, but basically, if you were to just kind of guess at the kind of people that you would expect to have or know and have heard that were killed from the day of mourning, this would be a random sampling of those people.
I look around the floor, around the piles. Does there seem to be any kind of a trail of embalming fluid leading away from the piles, or anything like that we would need to worry about lighting on fire and then triggering the piles?
Give me an investigation check in the tower. Miri, do you want to move into the room, or are you going to stay in the back there?
I will move into the room.
Did you get the need help with the investigation check there, Gralak?
Sorry, I did a roll. Did it not come up?
No, I didn't get one.
I don't see
There you go. I'll send you one. You don't see any trails of embalming fluid or anything. It seems to be just the area around the pyres. Maybe about 5, or I don't know why I call them pyres. Around the piles. That's the word I was looking for. So it encompasses the piles themselves and about 5 feet around the piles.
Okay, thanks.
I say to Ista and Garlic. I presume it
garlic.
smells awful.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Do we want to have somebody who
I listen.
has night vision move forward rather than somebody with the light that might shine underneath that door ahead?
Fair enough.
Should I do a perception roll? I'm going to do a perception roll.
Do I hear anything under the coming around the door?
Hang on a sec. The live stream needs a little moderation here.
Yeah, I was just about to say something when you started deleting them.
That was impressively excessive. Okay. Sorry, what was the question, Gralak?
I move forward towards the door, and as I approach it, I want to know if I hear or see anything. Is there light? Is there voices?
Yes to both.
How loud? And do the voices sound like they're just conversing? Are they arguing? What are they doing?
Normal conversation. There doesn't seem to be anything heated or anything like that.
Is there light visible coming underneath the door or around it?
Yes.
What language? Do I recognize it?
Common.
Okay, can I understand what they're saying?
Too muffled. There's a door, the thick door there.
I'll go up and check again for traps.
Okay. Go and make a investigation in the tower. Slightly more confidently, you think? No?
Oh, good. No, I don't think so.
I go up and see if I can hear anything through the door.
If you want to go up and like actively listen at the door, you can make a perception check. But it doesn't take much to
Was it
hear
locked?
stuff. Did you check?
Kaela?
Oops,
No, I
sorry.
was asking Kaela.
Well, if she jiggles the doorknob, they're gonna know you're out here.
Oh no, I'm not jiggling the doorknob, just listening. Okay. So,
Seem to be people conversing in common, but a combination of multiple voices and the door makes it hard to discern what's being said.
okay.
How big's the gap under the door?
A standard, very small amount, like 3/4 of an inch.
I want to lay down and look and see if I can see anything, for instance, feet that I could count.
Okay.
I guess we could just knock.
Knock, knock, knock. Hey, are you up to no good in there?
Did you actually do that?
Would you like to buy any Ghoul Scout cookies?
Candygram.
There's too little of a gap, and there's not anything close enough to the door for you to kind of tell what's going on inside Gralak.
Okay.
Let's see.
Well, do we want to set up the range types at the back so they have good line of sight, but a little bit of cover, and then just open the door and see what happens?
Yep. I think they know something's up anyway. So let's do this quickly. So inactives who are going to be beating things up with me up front, ranged behind, and then I'm going to open the door.
All right, is everyone where they
Good
want to
enough.
be for?
Yes.
Okay. This torchlit chamber is lined with fresh bricks and mortar. Several well-armed figures stand inside, watching a robed man screw metal plates onto the limbs of another dead body. Each onlooker wears a half-metal mask. And so we will have everyone roll for initiative. And let's see, Thug 14 is here. When you open the door, Wallop, a couple of these guys take shots at you with their crossbows. The first one hits you for, 9 damage.
Yikes.
And the second one misses you.
Hooray.
Lorlevant. Mr. Fire, are you with us? An Eldritch Blast at Thug 5. What's your range on that?
Like a outrageous amount.
Well, the 15 hits. $120 All right, that's plenty. You hit Thug number 5 for 2 points of damage. And is that Healing Light a bonus action?
Yes, it is.
That's convenient.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Anything else, Lorlevant? This, Gralak.
All right, I say out loud to my group, we ought to take range shots at them and then fall back so they can't all be targeting us at once. I then throw my dart and move back.
Okay. You also I don't play by a rule that you have to wait for your turn to speak necessarily. Especially like short, shouty things. That hits the Thug. For 5 damage. There's a wall there.
All right, where was the end turn button?
It's on the combat tracker.
It's like the little
Okay,
arrow down at the bottom left.
Yeah, I don't have the combat tracker open. It'll take me a minute. Do you want to just move on with it,
Yep.
PJ? And I'll get it up now.
All right. Thug 5 will take another shot at Wallop. And we'll hit with. Wait, how long does it take to reload a crossbow? Shoot Wallop for 2 points of damage. Thug 4 will also shoot at Wallop with a crossbow
Jeez.
and hit Wallop for 6 points of damage. And I looks like Wallop is down for the count. Miri.
I am going to
That will hit. Okay.
and I have a bonus action. I'm going to do healing word.
Okay.
Oh,
Healing word
Fantastic.
to Wallop.
that was my second spell.
Okay.
Can I start a vicious mockery on them?
No, because you used your sling.
Ah, that's true. I did. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to.
Do you want to move?
Yeah, I'm going to move a little bit. And hopefully Wallop will be able to come on back.
Are you done?
Oh, yes. Figure out-
You just
I don't
tell
know
me
how
you're
to make it-
done. As long as we don't both hit the button at the same time, it won't. We just don't
Yeah,
want
I
it
don't
to.
know how to. Yeah,
fine.
I don't know how to do it. It doesn't seem to be showing up. The thing I saw it before on how to end turn, but I didn't find it.
It's on the combat tracker. In the bottom left, there's a down arrow. The combat tracker
I
is the
see.
cross swords.
I see.
Ista.
Thank you.
Okay. So with the dynamic lighting, if you can see the token, then they're in your line of sight. Is
Yes.
that correct? Okay. Then I am
If
going to
if you
target-
have yourself selected, I believe I have it set up so that you only see your line of sight, not the party's line of sight.
That's the
Yeah, I
one
was
for me.
clicking around, and I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
on mine. Okay, so I can see Thug 10.
I'm yes, but I'm gonna say that just kind of the way that the door and the wall is drawn, that's gonna be a difficult shot. So it's got cover,
Okay. Let's see, 5, 10.
depending on what you're looking to use as a spell.
Dissonant Whisper.
So if it doesn't have an attack roll, you should be okay with it.
So it's a save, probably.
It is a
Yeah,
save.
it's
So
just a save for half, basically. So I can do 10, Thug 10.
yes.
Then I start whispering. Mama smelt of elderberries.
He fails his
Fantastic.
save.
So here's his damage, and he's got to run away. Let's see.
Okay. That's his reaction?
On a failed save, it takes the damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you, but not into dangerous terrain.
Okay. And he does so.
That's me.
Kaela.
Okay, I'll be attacking Thug 5.
Okay. A hit. 17. These thugs apparently have some meat, but minimal skills.
Okay, and I guess we're moving back, so I'll move back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot to move. Oh well.
Wallop.
All right. Second wind, because I expect to roll poorly on it. So, ta-da!
Way to meet your expectations.
Yep. If you set them low, you'll make them. Move back. Switch to light crossbow. Load it.
Okay.
There we are.
I'm gonna assume your
You
crossbow's loaded.
You let me shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
No, have at it. Wasn't worried. Need to look up what's the reloading rules on crossbows in 5th edition?
I have to look it up too because everyone I know who uses one ends up with a feat or something that I get to ignore it.
These guys definitely don't have anything like that.
But I'll find it.
Let's see. I'm gonna be under equipment, weapons.
Yep, it's one of the weapon properties. Reload or loaded. Loading. Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can fire only one piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to fire it, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally take.
Cool. All right. Thug 5's gonna come through the door and shoot at Ista, who he will hit
Oh.
for 5 points of damage. That was the wrong thug. Let me put the correct token there. Okay. Thug 1 will come through the door and will attack Wallop with his mace. And he will miss with his first attack. And also with his second.
Hooray!
The Dissonant Whispers. He can act normally on his turn?
Let me see. I think it's just that one action, but let me check.
Looks like yes.
Yeah, I think he's fine now. He just freaked out and ran, and now he's okay. Well, as okay as you can be after having that happen to you.
And we're back to Lorlevant.
Well, let's see. Has Thug 10 been hit? Do I see any injuries on him?
I think Thug 5's the only one you've hit so far.
Okay.
Thug 10's been hit by something.
Yeah, Thug 10's the one I hit
Oh,
with the
right.
whisper.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to try to take Thug 5 out.
So before you do that, so my kind of house rule is if you're shooting through a bunch of things, you're gonna get cover penalties.
Okay. Then I would actually go for... Can I hit Thug 10 without issues?
No, you're
Or is
shooting
that
through
just too cluttered?
three guys. I'll give you the first one for free.
Do you want to just keep the 14 roll
And
just skip to 25? The rest of it?
it's gonna automatically roll it with a critical.
Well,
So just roll your blast damage.
on
Just in
5?
the chat.
Okay.
Well, now it should work. Okay. You hit Thug 10 for 4 damage with your Eldritch Blast.
And let's use my last healing on Ista.
Okay.
And I'm going to back up.
Thank you.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Gralak.
How long would it take to light a torch?
Action? As part of an action? There's also torches on the wall next to you, if that helps.
And does it look like I could remove the torch on the wall?
Easily. You're just sitting in torch holders.
Yeah, I'm just thinking for a second. I think we ought to retreat outside. What does everybody think?
These poor souls.
I think we can probably find out what the next 6 seconds bring.
Okay, can I attack the guy that's there, or is the hallway too narrow for me to attack?
You want to throw something at him?
I was thinking about hitting, but if I can't hit, then I will throw.
You can stand above him, yeah. Either of these, the 2 squares will be fine.
There you go.
$23, that'll hit. That was damage to Wallop. I don't think
Ouch.
you wanted to do damage to Wallop.
Nope, I didn't. I must have misclicked when I dropped it.
Do you remember what you're at, Wallop?
Say 6. I think I had 6 damage.
Yeah, you were at mine. You had 6 damage because I was
Yeah.
able to potentially heal you maximum.
Alright, let's try dropping that on Thug. There we go. 7 damage to Thug 1.
And I'll take my bonus attack with my unarmed attack.
Okay. That will also hit the 14. Another 6 damage. Very nice.
What weapon is he using?
A mace.
Okay, thanks. I click turn complete.
Yep.
Did it move on?
Yep. It was on my turn. Miri.
All right. Do I think I can move forward and hit Thug 1?
Yes,
Ranged Thug 1?
you can. You might have more luck because again, you're going to be firing through some people. You might have more luck with, say, I believe Vicious Mockery is a save.
Okay, let me do that. Do I do cast and then attack?
Yeah. Well, it's just you can cast if you hit cast on him, it should make him make the save, which he
Okay.
succeeds on, so he will not take damage.
Okay.
And it's now a D&D night tradition to ask you to tell us how you mock him.
I mock him and his ugly nose.
Not the best, but not the worst mocking.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not up to my usual snuff tonight,
It's okay.
and I'm not very good at mocking people to begin with.
Will that end your turn?
That
Or are you
is,
gonna move or take any bonus actions?
trying to figure out if I have any bonus actions I can use. And can I use my sling as well?
No, attacking is an action.
No, that was all I could do.
Unless
Okay.
you have some
In that case, that's
bonus actions will specifically say it's a bonus action.
okay.
Like Healing
Right.
Word is a bonus action,
Correct.
or
Can I give bardic inspiration?
Yes, I believe that is a bonus action.
All right. In that case, I will inspire Wallop. I think
thanks,
that's how
my
I do
dice
it.
need it.
Yes. Hey, you have lucky dice.
Good inspiration.
Okay, so
Make sure you check off a
Anything that-
bardic inspiration uses.
Yes.
anything I do basically against Thug 1 is going to have what disadvantage because I'm behind people?
No.
Unless it's a save, then
So
it doesn't matter.
Oh,
right.
well, I was just going to either do a mind sliver cantrip or do the dissonant whispers again.
Watch
The reason we had disadvantage is we were firing through you and Wallop, and sometimes Thug 1.
My typical house rule is I'll give you one thing for shoot through one guy for free. When you start thinking about shooting between 2, 3, 4 guys, I consider that to be a little bit more unrealistic. So then I usually like if you're shooting through 2 people, I'll give you the -2. If you're shooting through 3 people, I'll do -5. If you're shooting through 4 people and more, then we'll start talking about disadvantage and kind of.
Okay.
First one's for free, and everyone after that you're gonna get a penalty.
Well, I would do Arms of Hadar, but that hurts
Okay.
everyone. So I will Dissonant Whisper again. Onto Thug 1.
He fails his save.
Excellent. So he will immediately run away. Ooh, nice.
Ouch. 16 damage.
And this time I won't forget to move. 5, 10.
Would Wallop like to take an attack of opportunity?
If you want to give me one, sure.
I mean, it's going to move away from you.
Normally, compulsory movement doesn't invoke,
Ah,
but
well,
I'll take it.
no, you don't need to have one. Okay, he moves away. Kaela.
Right now, I'll be shooting at Thug 10.
That's going to miss.
All right.
Ooh, Wallop. On the offensive. That's going to hit. Thug 10.
Are all these guys using maces as well now, or are they still with crossbows?
Thug 10 and 14 are you... I'm trying to remember which ones were which. 5 is using a crossbow. 1 is not. The ones in melee will presumably drop their crossbow and use a mace if they were not already.
That's cute. On my damage, I re-rolled a 2 and got a 1 instead.
Oops. Thug 14 will attack Wallop. And hit Wallop with his first mace attack. And Wallop goes down again.
Max damage, thud.
Oh,
Oh no.
And then Thug 14 will come up and swipe at Gralak and miss Gralak. Thug 1 will come up here. Let's see, what was that? Thug 10. Will waltz on over, intentionally kicking Wallop in the head on his way past.
Rude.
Just cosmetic.
Okay, so not two automatic failed death saves.
No.
Good.
Ooh, a 1. That's unfortunate. No, it's just a... Actually, that should have been with advantage. That's just me gloating over you being down. So misses with his first attack, and then takes a second swipe at Gralak, and hits with that one. And we're back to Lorlevant.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and move first. Oh. Since I'm not having to shoot through as many things anymore, right? Or am I still shooting through thing for Thug 10?
No, you're good.
Okay.
That'll hit. Six damage.
And I don't have any more bonus actions. So... End my turn.
Gralak. By the way, Fire, if you hold control and click on Thug 10, that line will go, your targeting line will go away.
Control and glitch click.
Left click, yeah. That's the targeting system?
Yep, thank you.
That will provoke attacks opportunity unless you use your action to disengage.
Okay, is there a torch on the wall between me and the first pile over there?
Yes.
Okay, would pulling the torch out of the wall be an action?
It would be part of an action.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
So if you take interacting with objects, you can do as part of an action. So say you're going to move 10 feet. As part of that action, you can do something like open a door or grab a torch, draw a weapon, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so if I wanted to grab a torch and move as far back as I can, what would my maximum movement be?
So it would be your normal move. I would recommend that if you're going to move away from those guys, you should take a disengage action. And so that you don't provoke attacks opportunity, which
Right.
means you would just have your move action. But you could move at your normal speed, and as long as you moved in line with the torch, you could grab the torch as part of your movement.
Okay, I'm not sure where the torches are, but I assume that I can.
Along the wall. There's probably one right. You can reach a torch without moving if you wanted to.
Okay, so I can grab a torch and then move my normal movement speed
Yes.
and disengage.
Yes.
And I have a torch, and that's it.
Okay. Thug 5 will come around the corner menacingly. Miri.
To hear and shoot either of those thugs.
You can. I'm not sure if... See, Vicious Mockery does 1d4 psychic damage. It kind of depends on, Vicious Mockery versus the Sling. Which one do you think is going to be...
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try the sling this time.
Okay. Ooh,
Nice.
critical hit.
Well,
This ought to be a nice shot.
And then do the damage on it then?
Yep.
Yep.
Right square in the nose. You hear a sickening crunch as your slingstone just obliterates his nose, drives it back into his skull.
Good. All right. And then,
You can also use the rest of your movement if you want.
yes, I would like to move back a little bit. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to be casting a bardic inspiration on Gralak because he's hurt.
Okay.
And I'm hoping and praying I'm not doing it on the wrong person. I don't
You
have
got
any
it.
more heals to do.
No, you got it on him. Just make
Okay,
sure
good.
you check it off.
Yes, thank you. I have one left.
Are you done?
I am done, and I am.
All right, Ista.
Okay. Well, I'm into cantrips now, so we will try Mind Sliver. Thug 5.
He fails his save.
So there's a damage and an effect. Do I just drop both on him?
What's the effect?
Yep.
Let's see. Disorienting spike of energy. The first time it makes a saving throw before the end of your next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the save.
Nice.
So
yeah, do
I
the
drop
damage first.
damage.
So 3 damage, and then Mind Sliver. Okay.
Did that go on it?
Yep.
All right. And I'm just gonna move back a little.
Okay. Kaela.
All right, I'll attack Thug 5.
A solid 22. All right, 6 damage.
How high are the piles of bodies?
Move back.
About 5 feet or so.
So enough to give cover?
If you were to crouch behind them, yeah. Wallop succeeds on his death saving throw. Thug 14 is going to come up and attack Kaela with his mace. Ooh, a hit. And he'll attack again with his mace. Another hit.
Oh, so they can attack twice after moving?
Yes.
Okay.
Most things don't have like moving and attacking are separate. So it's just if you have more than one attack.
Yep.
There's not the full round action like there was in earlier editions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's separate.
And Thug 10 expires. And Lorlevant.
Well, let's continue with the attempting to take something away from attacking Kaela. And it doesn't work.
That misses.
Then I will back up some more. And I'm done.
Gralak.
Is Kaela still standing?
No. You can administer a potion to her if you would like.
Yeah, my fear though is with 3 thugs attacking me. As soon as I do that, we're both dead.
Okay, you run back.
And I'd like to hold my action if they run close enough to the piles of bodies to be hurt by them. I'm going to throw the torch on the bodies and light them up.
Okay, which square are you in?
I'm trying to be 1 square away from the edge of the stuff on the ground. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm holding my action. I'll pass the turn on.
Okay.
Step back just a little bit.
Where are you
And
going? It's
then-
not your turn.
Oh, I thought it was my turn. I thought it was
No.
after Gralak. You're right, it's not. Haha, sorry.
Nice try.
Well, I getting all excited here.
All right. Thug 5 is going to grab a torch from the wall and chuck it at the bodies behind Miri and Ista. Let's see. Miri and Ista. Make a dexterity check.
I fall into the bones.
Thug 5, it's not a very good throw. And Miri is able to grab the torch out of the air before it falls into the pile of flammable bodies.
Phew.
Miri, it's your turn.
Miri.
And now I have a torch in my hand. Is that correct?
Yes. You're standing.
And
you have
can
a lit torch, and you're standing next to a pile of bodies that is flammable.
Yes, but I don't want to hurt Ista. So
I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
Everybody get behind the bodies. Use them for cover.
They're bards, all of them.
You've seen that show too.
Hide behind the pile of dead bards.
All right. Now, can I move to here and then throw them in the? Well, of course, Ista hasn't moved yet.
Where's here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can see it on my screen. In between.
Yes, you can move there.
Okay. And then I'm going to do since I've got the torch in my hand, ready to put it into the bodies, but I can't use my sling, I don't figure.
You are splashing around in embalming fluid
Ah,
at your
in
feet.
that case, I'm sorry, I misunderstood that. In that case, I will go down this way, away from the embalming fluid, instead of up to there. Can I do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to do a vicious mockery at Thug 5, who is the closest one to me.
He fails his save.
Good. Well, I tell him that his nose should look like the other one.
That nose mock came back to haunt that guy, huh?
It did. And I think that's all that I can reasonably do.
Make
at
sure
this
you do the
point.
damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, attack. on
Unless
you.
you don't want the damage.
Oh, I do. I do want the damage. I forgot. It doesn't seem to be going. How do I do that? I
There's
did cast.
no. You want to grab the damage part, where it says damage.
It says cast, save, cast, attack, and save. I tried to do the attack, but it didn't do
Scroll.
anything.
You may need to scroll down a little bit. There
Oh,
should be
I
a
see. I
damage
see.
line.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. Now I see it. Do.
Okay, 3 damage to Thug 5. And are you done?
And done.
Ista.
All right. Well, Mind Sliver number 5 here.
He fails his save.
Nice.
Good.
And you kill him.
Hooray! Also,
Yay!
let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20.
You also should be able to, if you want, you can use the arrow keys to move yourself. I will give you 5 more feet. Because the way you moved before it was directly through the pile, and I'm going to make you go around the pile.
Okay, that's cool.
How tall is the pile?
About 5 feet or so.
Okay.
Kaela succeeds on a death saving throw.
Yay.
Wallop does not succeed on a death saving throw.
I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Never mind. I want that bardic inspiration.
Are you actually even you allowed to use them for that?
I don't know. That's why I asked. Go ahead and remove it.
All right, Thug 1. Thug 1 will come up and attack Miri. He will hit Miri.
Well, that's not very nice of him.
I mean, do these people
Yeah,
look
that's
very nice to you?
They don't look nice at all.
He misses with the second attack, though.
Yay.
Lorlevant. Still hiding in the back.
Yeah, that's probably because I think, the longest range.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to hit Thug 1.
Not very lucky on the damage, but
Yeah, no, that didn't quite kill him.
nope. Okay, that's going to be all for me.
Okay. Gralak.
I think I'm going to continue to hold my action to try to burn any of them that come close to me. I'm going to move 5 feet away and then hold action.
Okay. All right. Thug 5 dies from his wounds. Miri.
There we go. With a rapier in one hand and the torch in the other. Distracting with a torch.
You got a dirty 20. That'll hit. And you steal the kill for Thug number 1.
Good.
Yay.
And then I'm going to move back here, trying to get a clear shot at.
It's
Is that too far?
a little bit.
Okay. Can I go that far?
Now try it.
Okay.
If you move your token and you keep moving it, it'll actually show me how you want to move, and it'll keep
Okay.
counting the movement.
Is that good?
Yep.
Okay.
I think it should show you how far it's moving.
It does, but I'm not positive exactly how far I should be able to move.
It's on the main tab of your character sheet. You can move 30 feet and around.
Okay. Thank you.
Using the warlock or the sorcerer for a shield. I like it.
Well, that's about as far as I could get, and I bet I can shoot at Thug 14 next time. So
I'm a fan of using sorcerers as shields.
We've heard that about you.
In an emergency, the sorcerer can be used as a shield.
Does she get an inspiration point for that?
No.
Yes, actually, she should have an inspiration.
Only if the use of the shield is effective.
That's true. We don't know that yet. And here we go.
Ista.
Okay, let's try this mind clever again.
Fails again. I don't think
Aha.
anything's rolled above an 8 on this saving throw.
Perfect.
A little bit of damage.
What's nice about it is the more you use it, the worse it gets for them.
Right, because they have to fail. They get a penalty on their saving throws.
Mhm.
I'll stay as a meat shield.
Kaela succeeds again on a death saving throw.
Yeah.
Almost got up.
Woohoo!
And Wallop also succeeds on a saving throw by the barest possible of margins.
Wow.
So Thug 14 is going to come after Gralak here.
Excuse me.
And when he steps into the embalming fluid, I'm tossing the torch on that pile.
Okay. Give me a... Do you have a ranged weapon? Just give me a ranged attack. In the tower. Or not in the tower, in the chat. And which one are you throwing it at? The one that's above him or the one that's below you?
Well, it looks like he's actually touching the one that's above him, so I'm
Okay.
throwing it there.
Okay. You toss it in there, nice and good. Where is the information on that? Where did I hide it? All right, so that one just lights up on fire. You don't have a fire token or something. This'll do for now. All right, so you light that one on fire. Ignore the scary looking thing inside the fire.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Ah!
Ah,
Holy cow. Now I roll maximum damage. He gets scorched pretty good there.
Good.
deserves it.
Is he on fire?
No.
Well, shucks.
But he does come up to you. Let's see. 5, 10.
I
So
bet it
he's
smells
out of the
even
fire.
better in here now.
Yeah.
Not so much, actually. Not so much. Lorlevant. .22 will hit. Hey,
I
look.
got more than a 3.
Some real damage. You done? Gralak. Seven's gonna miss. And an automatic 1. Or 1. Gralak over here with the thug in his face, silhouetted by the fire, must get distracted by the flames that sort of for a brief moment appear to be some sort of humanoid shape. And it distracts him, and he misses wildly.
All right. And I'm going to go to where I can see the thug. And I'm going to
That's going to miss.
well, shucks. So I'm going to do my last bardic inspiration on Gralak.
He's already got one, I think.
Oh, does he? Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I don't know if it does it help if somebody is
You can
unconscious?
not. I will say that you cannot inspire someone who is unconscious.
That makes sense. All right. Well, I'm going to hold that to us it.
Ista.
Okay. Can I target Thug 14 without moving, or do I need to move around the pile?
He's got cover, but you can see him.
Okay.
So if you're using a spell that has a save, have at it.
Yeah. I am.
He
Aw, he
succeeds.
succeeds.
Oh my goodness, a saving throw.
But he still takes some damage.
Wait, what?
He just does not get the effect.
That's it? Really?
Well, let me double check.
No, he doesn't take any damage. Unless the saving throw is successful, his target takes damage.
Yeah, that's what I was just reading. Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. Easily fixed.
So that was a 3. Okay. I guess I'm gonna move back this way because I know we have somebody down. That was 25.
2 people down, yeah.
And 5 more. There you go.
Kaela fails her first saving throw.
Yeah.
Wallop. Succeed.
I'm st-
And I think that's at the end of your turn, and you're just sitting there, right?
no. It's the beginning of my turn
Okay.
because it's the death saves at the beginning because you can do their full actions. But I'm still unconscious and just not bleeding, or I'm just not. I don't
Dying.
know weighing to death.
That's good.
Leaking oil to death.
All right, this one's gonna swing at Gralak. And misses with his first attack and hits with his second. And Gralak is down.
Yeesh.
Not entirely convinced about the balancing in this module.
Yeah, the 2 attacks.
Yeah, the 2 attacks is, and the +4 to hit with that is making it difficult.
And
And they have about 4 to 5 times as many hit points.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. That will hit.
And go over to here. And then my turn.
Gralak succeeds on a saving throw. Miri.
And so I am going to
That hits. He staggers. He wobbles. He shakes it off.
sucks. So then I am going to move.
Starting to break up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to try to move. Also, trying to get our people.
Okay.
I'll get this all figured out eventually. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, I am pouring a potion. Let's see, potion of healing down Kaela's throat. I don't have a thing for that.
It's 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
Hang on a sec. Throw it on your character sheet there.
Okay. And potion counts as an action, right?
Yes.
So then I will not cantrip that guy. But Kaela's up.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Kaela, welcome back.
All right, so I'll get up and I'll take a shot.
Okay. If you're shooting at Thug 14, you're probably gonna want to move because he's gonna be hard to shoot through the flames.
Of course.
Still apparently hard to shoot through the flames.
Yeah, I do much better when I don't have to roll.
Not sure why it even stops on my initiative count.
I don't know. Thug 14 Let's do it this way. Luke 14's gonna start running towards the door. Let's see. Hey, Fraktah, are you there? Saw him in here earlier.
Sure. Sorry, I was
That's okay.
just clicking the.
Fraktah, late to the party. Welcome, sir. As he's coming in the door, Thug 14 runs smack into him.
All right.
I will
Get him!
smash him
Smashing's good.
as hard as I can. As hard as I can. Am I wielding my axe?
Whichever one you want.
Okay, so I will swing. Can you? Oh, let me try to load the map. Okay. Just. Okay.
Fraktah will miss with his axe.
Oh no.
No!
Because, yeah, apparently he was running in my way and I hit the wall.
I tried to set you up for a grand entrance, but apparently you're still groggy from oversleeping.
It happens.
You're part of our dice.
I'm gonna move over to there.
Yep.
Got a nice clear shot on Thug 14. Hey, look, a hit.
Get him, Lorlevant.
I do my normal amount of damage, but
Still enough.
Yeah.
and then I'm going to continue up towards Gralak.
Okay.
As soon as I can get to Gralak, I'm going to be healing handsome.
I figured, but you're not there yet.
I know.
Gralak will, a natural 1 on this the saving throw to death. Miri.
Going to run to see if I can get to Wallop.
Okay.
So
So you can dash, which is moving twice. So that should, let's give her that. That should be your full movement, I think.
thank you.
I'm not sure why it's like just putting people just off of the square. A little weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Ista.
Okay. 5, 10.
Excellent use of the movement.
Okay, I'm 1 square. Not that I know what to do, but I will move a little farther up and start poking at him. Because healing potions don't work on warforged.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
I took a little extra movement though, so I don't have enough juice to pour it down him.
No. You've got your move, and then you have an action. They're separate.
I know, but I moved 35, not 30.
Oh, okay.
That's my movement. My movement
She had
is
to use the
30.
dash action just to get next to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I can do.
Kaela.
Okay. So I guess I'll. Yeah, I can't get to him either. Is Gralak down?
What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, I'll try to get. Yeah, I can
Keep
get
in mind,
to him.
you gotta be careful about the Inferno right next to him.
Yeah, I see that. I'm gonna go across the other one. the one that's
Okay.
not on fire.
Probably a good choice.
And I'll give him a potion.
Okay.
Okay, as soon as I figure out how.
You should have a heal button on there. If you open it up on the actions tab.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, I just had to figure out how to open it up. It's been a while since I've used Fantasy Grounds. There we go.
And then on your inventory, make sure you
Yep, remove a potion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fraktah, you're way in the back. Come on in, sir.
Okay. Move for 60 feet. This is my speed. What's happening?
There you go.
I shout to everybody. Thus, everyone is okay.
Check on
I'm,
Wallop.
I'm sorry I was late, but here I am. And I kind of swings my axe in the middle of the air. And how may I help?
I should make you roll just to see if I get a 1 on the attack roll, and maybe I'll have you like spark off of a rock and set more things on fire.
No.
I'm not
He's
quite
around
that
in the
mean
air.
though.
There's no rocks in the middle of the air.
He could throw his weapon.
Well, that's true.
Things could
He didn't
happen.
say that.
Lorlevant, it's your turn.
Oh well, since Gralak is now up, and it looks like Ista is getting Wallop here in a moment.
Cut out at the end there.
I stopped talking
Yeah,
actually.
okay.
And for the dash, and that's I think as far as I can actually move.
Okay. Gralak.
Preferably not through the fire.
I'm not even pointing close to the fire, so I don't know how it keeps doing that.
Probably because if you continue moving and I approve it, it might take it away while your token's being used or something like that. Let's see. Hey, Ista,
Yes.
you kind of hanging around there. Another thug kind of comes out here. Hey guys, are you? Who are you? And he shoots his crossbow at you,
Oh, fun.
but he misses. Clearly shocked by their
Hooray!
Miri.
Ah,
All right. Well, I am. Do I hear? I hear this. So I come up here to where I can see. And I shoot at the thug.
Okay. A nice 16 for a hit. Three damage.
All right. Probably as much as I'm able to do at the moment.
Ista.
All right, guess we're gorgling this last potion down Wallop.
All right. Thank you.
You are welcome. There's a guy to kill right there.
I feel like in honor of the fact that the next season of BattleBots is up, you should say robots activate.
Let's activate. All right, now I have 0 healing.
Kaela. Okay.
I have a total of
Try
2
to take a
potions
shot
on my
at the
person.
4.
Okay. Give yourself
are here.
disadvantage.
Okay.
What was that, Wallop?
I said I have 2 potions on my person. They are here.
Oh, it just rolled off that 20.
That's how the random number generator gives you the illusion of it being almost something nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wallop, back in action. Nice solid 24.
He's angry.
It probably dented his shiny helmet. 12 damage. Very nice. Fraktah.
Hey, Fraktah, there's another one.
Let me deal with them. You shall pay their insolence. I will try to move as close as you are. Is that way, right?
That's 30 feet, so you can take a dash action and move again if you want.
Yeah. I shall X right here. Okay. A quick question.
Yep.
How do I move the map without zooming
Middle
in?
mouse.
You-
Hold the middle mouse button.
Oh, okay.
There's also a gold symbol in the bottom right, and if you click and hold that with your mouse and then move your mouse, it'll move the map as well. As long as you're holding the mouse.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Lorlevant.
Well, since there's a lot of people between me and him, let's do something a little bit different.
He fails the save.
Ooh.
What is it,
More than a
Surge or
3.
Flame?
Nice.
You should have been using that the whole time.
It does a lower dice, so I generally don't use it. Plus, it's got a save, so they for 0.
You say that like the dice you were rolling was doing more damage than
I
that.
hit. I hit almost every time.
Gralak. I think that's the balancing on these things. They're only a half challenge rating because they have low AC.
Yep.
All right, Gralak moves up. That hits. I think Tug 4 is about to have a bad day. Eight damage. Very nice. And a second hit. And you smack him over the head, and he falls down unconscious and dying.
I kick him in the head just for the hell of it.
Do we want to keep him alive to question him?
There is another.
There's someone else over there.
Yeah. It is the The guy who was experimenting or playing with the bodies.
Ew.
I don't see him. I can hear somebody else, right? Oh, I didn't mean to move that. Oh, that's Kaela. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'll just go ahead and unlock things now. So yeah.
So what I've got like. Go ahead.
So this guy is cowering in fear over in the corner.
Oh, yay, we have somebody to question.
I'm gonna come up to him with like 5 crossbow bolts sticking out of my chest.
Something like that, yeah.
Come on, guys, let's make a wall of intimidation around him.
Yeah.
Preston,
All right,
did
you.
get like heavy Darth Vader breathing coming from Wallop
So as Wallop
just to help on the
approaches, he says, "Stop! Don't hurt me. I'll tell you whatever you want to know. Just leave me alone."
No promises on leaving you alone, but you will answer our questions. Who are you and what are you doing here?
I am Cornstalk. I'm a physician from Reckonmark in Karnath.
Clearly.
The agents of the Order of the Emerald Claw escorted me here to study the magical effects of the Mournland.
What are the chances I know that the Emerald Claw are terrorists?
That would probably depend on your point of view. But their order is well known. So you would probably consider them not very good people. Not sure if terrorist is the right word, but...
It is in Karnath.
Well, sort of. Not during the war. They were outlawed afterwards, right?
Right. That's why I was...
Yeah. You probably don't know about them being outlawed, but others would.
Okay.
You probably, well, if you weren't a warforged, I would say you would probably have a distaste for their methods of resurrecting or using dead bodies as soldiers. I'm not entirely sure how a warforged would consider that, because if you got philosophical about it, you probably might recognize that you're not too far off from that yourself.
Right. Well, I have discovered the becoming god, so, there's that. All right. How long have you been here?
A couple of weeks.
Is this
Why
it?
did
Is
those
this your
people
whole
attack
operation?
us?
Sorry, go ahead.
Why did those people attack us?
Well, not exactly advertising our operation here.
And why not?
It's the Order of the Emerald Claw. The Order of the Emerald Claw is Alex, you can probably jump in and help me out here. They're a group that during the war were, I guess the best way to say it was they would probably be tried as war criminals in today's world.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They were kind of looked over in the sense that they were helping a nation like carry out war and facilitate war.
Let's see.
And at the end of the war, they were kind of outlawed and banned.
They were kind of like the Tashr of Eberron. Like whatever it takes, no matter what. Karnathi soldiers served for eternity, for example. So even when they died, their bodies would continue to be soldiery. Stuff like that.
Cool.
So you're making zombies?
Hang on a second. I was seeing if I could look up the order of the Emerald Claw.
The inventory. Do I have manacles?
Maybe see if I can find it later.
Like has rope.
What you're doing? Well, Mournland corpses don't decompose, so he was trying to create special zombies for the Emerald Claw to serve them in undeath.
I look around the room and make sure there's no doors or exits or hiding places in here.
There are none other than the one you came in.
Thank you.
All right. Well, turn around.
He
Stick
turns
your hands
around.
behind your back.
Okay.
Someone who's better with and has rope. Someone mentioned.
Yeah, I might. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I have rope.
All right. Truss him up, and I'll tote him.
Okay.
Whoa. Hey, how about you let me go and I'll tell you who's behind it.
How about you tell us behind it, and we only have you turned into the authorities?
That if we tie you up and put you between these piles
And
and
when
light
he
them on
say
fire.
when he say authorities, I mean I am holding my authority in my hands. And I'm holding my axe.
Like I said, if we only turn you into the authorities.
Your choice.
He kind of stammers and you probably wouldn't believe me anyways.
Try us.
He just sits there and sulks.
I'm not good at it, but I
about
do
that?
have the skill. If it's charisma. If I can use something else, it'll be better.
Were you trying to intimidate or were you trying to tie him up?
No, I'm having someone else tie him up.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to intimidate.
So you kind of raise your weapon a little bit. There's a spy. I don't know who it is.
Eye on what?
A spy.
There's an agent of the Emerald Claw in Salvation.
Okay. See, that gives context.
You're looking for.
There's a.
You
I
said
imagine
earlier
there are
we wouldn't
several
believe you.
spies.
You said earlier you that we wouldn't believe you. That implied you know more than that. I suggest you spill it.
He doesn't. He claims profusely that he doesn't know, and he doesn't think you would believe that he doesn't know.
Okay.
Can I roll a
Who's
type
good?
check?
I mean, you can, but you're really confident of that he's telling the truth at this point.
So, are we thinking it's the junkyard lady?
I don't think we have enough information to know.
Oh.
Have you ever seen this spy?
He hasn't.
There's any way that you can contact him? Any research that you should deliver to him?
Well, you killed the contacts. He points at the thug that's on the ground over there.
Yep.
Did anybody search him?
No, but
Just search all of them.
once this man's tied up, we probably will. I was
No, I
just.
meant the man you're tying up.
Oh, sure.
He doesn't have anything of note that you wouldn't expect him to have.
Okay.
Do any of the other bodies have anything?
No.
Look around the rooms Do we see any gear, any weapons, books, papers, anything?
There's some basically notes that Cornstalk has been, or Constock has been using and taking, but there's nothing like really. It's just those notes, right? It's not anything spelly or something like that. Fire, I'm getting some talk back from you. There's basic supplies, like there's a small fire pit in this room. There's some fresh supply, like it's not rations type of stuff, but there's food supplies there. So clearly they're being supplied regularly. There's also various tools and accoutrement for playing with bodies.
So if that entrance, the into the junkyard, is the only way in or out here, have you people gone into town? Or are you sneaking through the junkyard?
He doesn't know. He was brought
How'd
here.
you get in here, man?
He was brought in through there, but he doesn't know if people are going back and forth to town or what the context is of people going to town, or like he doesn't know if any of these thugs have gone into the town or if someone was bringing stuff here or anything like that.
Well, I guess let's haul him out to the little old man.
Well, let's not forget to pick up crossbows and anything else and maces and any scraps of armor these people have.
Yeah,
Well, sure.
everything. Take everything.
I grabbed the body, the last guy that was here from the door that he points out, and I hold him next to him. This one was an important person.
He was the leader of the group of guys. I mean, doesn't know if that means that he's important or not.
Can we pretend to be these guys?
He looks at you and laughs. You're twice his size.
No, not me. You, I kind of raised my hand and almost hit him in the face, but hold myself and you insolent bastard. This is your fault. He's dead because of you. And I kind of pushes the dead body towards him against the wall.
He just looks at
The way that he feels that he's dead.
He doesn't have the same relationship that you're probably thinking he does with death. Like, he doesn't care he's dead. He works with dead bodies all the time. He raises them from the dead. I was like, okay, cool, he's dead. I'll just give me a couple days and I'll bring him back. So you wanted
to bring him back to talk?
No, it's just he's just bringing back a zombie. He comes from a concept that someone who's dead is just a resource.
They're just temporarily disabled.
Yeah. So were you wanted to collect their weapons? Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those expensive crossbows.
Then we take him out to Ebenezer and then on to the sheriff.
Before we head out, is there any sort of symbol or anything in here that would identify how long this brick area has been here? Does it look old?
What kind of check can I make you roll for that?
Knowledge history is what I was thinking. Or
yeah, you can do history if you want.
Sure. And maybe stone cutting type thing. If you're got the dwarven angle.
I have no idea.
As a barbarian, have I seen anybody change appearance?
Kaela's on
with
top.
Spell? I mean,
probably. Or you've probably at least come across a changeling or two that can change their appearance. So Kaela, you kind of look around and, I mean, this is a fairly recent construction, you think, or the area you're in maybe was repurposed, was here before and was repurposed, like it was buried from the Mournland or something. But the activity here is certainly recent. The timeline given to you by Cornwall sounds reasonable.
Okay.
I'm gonna quit closing
All right.
windows.
Does any one of you would be able to turn yourself into this man? So that might anybody in the city will try to communicate with you. Would that be an idea? If we hide as these bandits, we shown
It
ourselves.
sounded like he
as-
was in here. It didn't sound like he actually left this area, so I doubt that anybody out there would recognize him. The contacts were the people that are dead.
He's support personnel. I'm gonna grab him by the rope and such and just sling him over my shoulder like he's, a bag.
Okay. Before you guys leave, do you want to take a rest?
Sure.
Yes, please.
Like a short rest, maybe?
And I'm for all of my ammunition.
If I see anyone is hurt,
A few people are hurt. You can use hit dice to recover some hit points, though.
I wanted to share one
I
of my
have-
potions with anyone that is.
And I get my second win back. Hooray.
Who all is hurt?
You can use you have hit dice that you can use to get hit points back.
I do have medicine as a skill. Is that something that I can use on people to help them?
So you can use it to like stabilize someone who's dying or diagnose an illness and some other stuff, but not in terms of like giving hit points back. No.
Okay.
Not without the healer feat,
Right.
which is great.
But if you want, you can spend your hit dice, which is on your main tab of your character sheet. There's a section at the bottom that says hit die and it has a die. You can roll that and it'll give you hit points.
Do I get my ammunition back?
50%.
50%? Even in here?
Roll a
Because it's just-
percentile each.
Yeah, roll a
Or,
percentile.
okay.
to get it.
Oh, I see. Got you. Okay.
Ammunition has
Put
this
it in-
problem
I
when you
remember how
throw
to
it
do
again.
that.
You shoot it at something. Sometimes they hit things that are hard and they break and become not usable anymore. So the 50% is kind of my representation of that.
And Miri, you are still hurt. I didn't see you using a hit dice.
Hit die.
Yeah, I hold one of my potions and I hand it to anyone that hasn't had no more. Here, take it. Does anyone need it? Put it in a party sheet.
I figure once Mary uses her hit dice, it'll just be me with a deep scratch, let's say. Just start pulling out crossbow bolts.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head outside.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
I'll go ahead.
so you exit the cave, and you come back out, and it's pretty much as you left it, except Ebenezer's body is sprawled near the bell, the scrapyard bell, pierced by arrows. And we're going to end there. Nice little cliffhanger for you.
Oh no!
You've been watching D&D Night on DDOstream. This is the Oracle of War campaign. This is the Adventurers League modules. This is the first module, the Nightland. If you would like to go to Fantasy Grounds and get this for yourself, thanks to Fantasy Grounds for sponsoring the show. You can find out more about them at fantasygrounds.com or at fantasygrounds2 on Twitter. And you can get started with your virtual tabletop gaming experience today. Check out DDO.com to learn more about Dungeons & Dragons online. And don't forget to join us every Sunday starting at 7 p.m. Eastern for tabletop gaming on twitch.tv/DDOstream. And you can find the full channel schedule there as well. This is Patrick, your GM for the night, and I am the guy that does DDOcast. You can check out DDOcast.com for our weekly news and discussion podcast show, as well as some other stuff. And you can follow me on Twitter at DDOcast. Ista, would you like to plug anything on our way out?
Yeah, you can check us out normally on DDO Sundays with Alex and Lynn. And we have products at eldritchentertainment.com and the amethystdragonfly.com.
And Kaela?
Nope, no plugging for me, thanks. Bye, everybody.
Gralak?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Lorlevant?
Bye, everyone.
Fraktah or Wallop?
Just a good night for everybody.
For me, you can also, in addition to our Eldritch Entertainment stuff and with the Dragonfly things, you can also catch my D&D night on DDOstream first Sunday of every month, where we are doing the Rime of the Frost Maiden, and it's sponsored by Fantasy Grounds as well.
Yep, a lot of fun. Thanks very much for watching. This show will be back in a month, second Sunday of the month. Next week we should have Jerry doing a special holiday-themed one-shot. Thanks for watching.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining.